learners, my name is Teacher Mugo, and today we are going to be learning about factors. Now, the word factors may sound new to you, but trust me, this is something that you know what it means. So what is a factor? A factor can be defined as a number that divides another number without leaving a remainder. Okay, so if a number can divide another number without leaving a remainder, then we say that that number is a factor. Let's look at an example. If you divide 10 by 2, you get a perfect answer, 5, without a remainder. So this means that 2 is a factor of 10, okay? Same case, if you divide 10 by 5, you get a perfect answer, which is 2. This means that 5 is also a factor of 10. So let us try and list down all the factors of 10 that are there. Now the easiest way to do this is to always begin by dividing the number given by 1. So 10 divided by 1 is 10. That means that the 1 and the 10 are factors of 10. Look at this example. 5 divided by 10 divided by 5 is 2. 10 divided by 2 is equal to 5. And we have concluded that both 2 and 5 are factors of 10. So beginning with the least number possible, which is 1, we can say that 10 divided by 1 gives you 10. So 1 is a factor of 10. Then we write the 10 to the further side as also a factor of 10. The next whole number after 1 is 2. So let us test whether 2 is a factor of 10. So we do 10 divided by 2, we get 5. Now since 2 can divide 10 perfectly, then it means that 2 is a factor of 10. And when you divide 10 by 2, what do you get? You get 5, meaning that 5 is also a factor of 10. Let's do 10 divided by 3. Will you get a perfect number? No. That means that 3 is not a factor of 10. 10 divided by 4. Will you get a perfect number? No. Implying that 4 is not a factor of 10. The next number is 5. 10 divided by 5 is 2. But you see 5 is already here. So now we can conclude and say that the factors of 10 are 1, 2, 5, and 10. These are the factors of 10. Now if you count the number of factors that 10 has, it has 1, 2, 3, 4. There is a name that is given to a number that has more than 2 factors. We already know the name for a number that only has 2 factors. So try to remember, when you are talking about the different types of numbers, we talked about a number that is only divisible by itself and 1. What name did you give to that number? Yes, prime numbers. Prime numbers are numbers that only have 2 factors. So numbers that have more than 2 factors, what do we call them? We call them composite numbers. Okay? Composite numbers. So these are numbers that have more, they have more than 2 factors. Okay, so the opposite of prime numbers is composite numbers. Now, I'll give you a few questions that you're going to do to test yourself on whether you can list factors of different numbers. Now, let us attempt one more example together. Let us list down all the factors of the number 40. So I need you to think, is 40 a prime number? No, it is not a prime number because it ends with 0, which makes it an even number. And we said that the only even number which is a prime number is 2. So all the other even numbers are not prime numbers. So if they are not prime numbers, what are they? They are composite numbers. So that means that 40 has more than 2 factors. So let us get the factors of 40. Like we have said, we start dividing 40 by the least whole number. So 40 divided by 1 is 40. So the 1 and the 40 are factors of 40. We proceed. We test 2. 40 divided by 2 is 20, meaning that the next factor of 40 is 2 and the other one is 20. Let's proceed to 3. 40 divided by 3, is it divisible? No. So 3 is not a factor of 40. And then we move to number 4. 40 divided by 4, we get 10. So 4 is a factor of 40. 10 is also a factor of 40. We move to the next one. The next number after 4 is 5. 40 divided by 5, we get 8. Very good. So 5 is a factor of 40 and 8 is also a factor of 40. Let us test the next number after 5, which is 6. 40 divided by 6, you don't get a perfect answer. Therefore, 6 is not a factor of 40. The next number is 7. 40 divided by 7, we don't get a perfect answer. Therefore, 7 is not a factor of 40. The next number is 8, but you notice that 8 is already on the list. This means that we have already exhausted all the factors of 40. I'll now give you a few questions that you are going to try. So list all the factors of the following numbers. So part A is 50, part B 144, part C is 750. So today we have learned 2 new words. One, a factor, which is a number that can divide another number without leaving a remainder. And then we have learned about a composite number, which is the opposite of a prime number. And we have said that a composite number has more than 2 factors. Thank you and see you in the next lesson.